clean the faults of the people that he puts up as his prophets. Really, God could have taken out David and Bathsheba's story. He says, no, this is the reality of humanity and a God who still deals with us in the midst of our humanity. Verse 16, let that man be like the cities that the Lord overthrew without pity. Let him hear a cry in the morning and an alarm at night, because he did not kill me in the womb, so my mother would have been my grave, and her womb forever great. Jeremiah is mad at the man who told his father he was having a child. Don't you see it? It's displaced anger. That man ain't got nothing to do with this. We get angry at people and we go off on them for nothing at all, and they haven't done anything wrong. Jeremiah gets bitter, Jeremiah gets angry, and finally he ends up in despair. Verse 18, my last verse. Why did I come out from the womb to see toil and sorrow and spend my days in shame? Jeremiah is finally like, everything is a waste of time. Everything I've ever done is a waste. Everything I ever said was for nothing. Everything I've ever tried was in vain. Come on now. You've been there where you paint everything with a broad brush. Never done anything right. Everything I did was a mess. Nothing worked out right. I wasted my time in my marriage. I wasted my time in this relationship. I wasted my time in this church. It was all for nothing. Despair. That's Jeremiah. Jeremiah is going back and he said, I wish I'd never been born. And some of us say, I wish I'd never met that person. I wish I'd never moved to this place. I wish I was never in this family. And we begin to get to despair where we say, everything I've ever experienced has been terrible. That's where he is. Because he's angry. And he's angry with God. See, this passage is descriptive and prescriptive. What do I mean by that? Descriptive means it tells us what Jeremiah did. It just tells us, it describes what he did. And that is freeing for all of us who are human beings up in here. So if you're not a human being, this isn't good news for you. But for everyone else who's a human being, this is good news. Because prophets who God called from the womb, prophets who get books written about them, prophets who preach for years get angry too. Prophets who God calls and who preach for years get bitter as well. Prophets who God puts up and looks at them as heroes of the faith, prophets have despair as well. And that's good news for you and me, because it lets me know when I get angry, I'm still a child of God. It's descriptive, but it's also prescriptive. Prescriptive, that's when you go to the doctor and they write you a prescription, which means go do this. It tells us what to do when we are angry with God. You ready for it? Yes. What do you do when you're angry for God? When you are angry with God, let him have it. Yes. When you are angry with God, let him have it. I don't have anything fancy. When you're disappointed and you feel like a failure, when things don't go the way you thought they should go, when you face rejection and death and disease and divorce and loss, let God have it. Say what you want about Jeremiah. You may not like what he said to God, but he said it, and he said it to God. He didn't go to someone else, somewhere else, to complain to someone else about what he felt God did to him. No, he went to God and he told God all about his problems. He was angry with God and he told God about his anger with God. He was mad with God and he kept on talking to God. See, I believe one of the problems why we have displaced anger and we take it out on others is because we stop talking to God. So we get angry and we tell someone else, and we get angry and we keep it to ourselves. And God is saying, I'm the God when you got good news, and I'm the God who's willing to listen when you're angry, even with me. See, the God we serve will listen when we say, God, I've got a problem with you. God doesn't hang up when we say, God, we're not happy with you. Because God understands there's some things we don't understand, and so God is listening when we pray, even the angry prayers. You know what's so interesting about us is I think that we believe we can only pray with certain emotions. One night we were having worship and one of the children began to laugh. And we began to instinctively say something is wrong with you laughing during prayer, because you shouldn't laugh during prayer. And I began to realize God is the God who created us with laughter. And in the Bible there is a story where a woman is having a baby long after she should have a baby. And what does she do? She laughs. And God said, you laughed. And she said, no, I didn't laugh. And God says, no, I saw you laugh and there's nothing wrong with laughter. Here's how you know nothing is wrong with laughter. Because God says, call the child Isaac, which means laughter. And we believe if you're angry with God, you should only tell God wonderful things. You should only tell God that everything is great in my life. God, I blame. No, God is the God who is able to handle it when you say, God, I've got a problem with what you did. God, I don't understand why I lost my loved one. And God, I don't understand why my relationship broke down. And God, I don't understand why I have this disease. And God, I don't understand why I'm facing this failure. And God, I don't know where else to take it. But because I can talk to you, I'll tell it to you. See, we serve a God who can handle our honesty. See, our parents sometimes can't handle it. And those above us can't handle our honesty. But aren't you glad you serve a God who can handle you being honest? And if you're angry with God, let God have it. Here's the good news today. God heard him out. Read the chapter. God lets Jeremiah get it out. Read it. God doesn't interrupt Jeremiah with an explanation. God doesn't put him in his place like some of us would do. God doesn't even correct his theology. God doesn't tell him, Jeremiah, I didn't force you. God doesn't get into a theological debate with Jeremiah. God doesn't defend God. God doesn't defend his character. All God does is he hears him out. Read the whole chapter. God lets him go, he lets him go, he lets him go, and he doesn't stop him. And all the stuff he says about God, God doesn't defend himself and say, no, I didn't do that. God lets him get it out because God understands that sometimes an explanation won't do. All you need is a God who is willing to listen when you pray. Sometimes God understands that if he explained it, it wouldn't fix it. But all you need is to be able to tell God what's on your heart. And so God listens. Aren't you glad that God listens to angry prophets like Jeremiah and disappointed prophets like Elijah and despondent preachers like John the Baptist? And God is willing to listen to you too. He's willing to listen when you're mad because you lost a loved one. Praise God. He's willing to listen when you're angry because cancer is the diagnosis. He's willing to listen when you're mad because the relationship didn't work. The King Jesus, who we say is listening, he listens when you pray, even when that prayer is an angry one. Read the Psalms. The Psalms is the only book that is fully written to God. And all the Psalms are not bless the Lord. Some of them are Psalms that express human anger. See, I just want to rejoice today that God is willing to hear me when I'm angry with him, even when it's not God's fault. God doesn't give correction. He just listens. Thank you, Lord. Finally, not only can we rejoice because God listens, there's another reason we can rejoice. I wanted to find a resolution in this text. I read to the end of the chapter, and I wanted to find a joyful sound at the end of the chapter. But God doesn't speak up. And God doesn't say it's going to be all right, Jeremiah. He doesn't. There's no fix it applied at the end of chapter 20. Read it. No. But I kept on reading, and I read chapter 21. And it starts this way. Here's how chapter 21 starts. This is the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord. That may not say anything to you, but that spoke to me. Because Jeremiah had just gone off on God. Chapter 20 started the same way. God gives a word to Jeremiah. Jeremiah goes out, he gets beaten. He's strong in public. He goes back in the back, and he has it out with God. And chapter 21 says the word of God came to Jeremiah again. Jeremiah had just cursed out everybody. And God does not chastise him for what he did. The next thing we read is God giving Jeremiah another assignment. The next thing that God says to Jeremiah is, you finished? I got more work for you to do. You got it out? I got another mission for you, Jeremiah. You cleared everything you got? Go now. I've got something else for you to say. I've got more work for you to do. I've got another situation for you to get involved with. I've got more mission left for you. And Jeremiah did not lose his prophetic anointing, and neither will you lose your salvation if you get honest with God. I want to set someone free today to let you know you can be honest with God, because after you've been honest with God, he has more life left for you to live. He still has more purpose left for you to fulfill. He has more assignments to send you on. He has more mountains for you to climb. And aren't you glad you can tell God about himself and he can handle it? We don't serve a puny God who gets offended because you tell God you're angry with him and he zaps you in the moment. God says, are you finished? You've got more life to live. Are you finished? You've got more work to do. Are you finished? There's more people for you to reach. Are you finished? There's more joy for you to have. Life doesn't end when you get angry with God and you get honest with God. Life begins again when you're honest with God. God says, I've got more for you to do, Jeremiah. I've got more mission for you to do. And God still had more for Jeremiah to do. And God had more for Elijah to do. And God had more for Job to do. And God still has more life left for you. See, that's the paradox of this passage. When we are mad, we think life is over, so we don't tell God. When we get mad, when disasters happen, when we lose loved ones, when things don't work out right, we feel, man, life is over, and I'm not going to tell God. And when we let God have it, God shows us there's still more life to be lived. Is anybody in here today? You are frustrated, disappointed, depressed, and the only person you realize that you're mad at is God. I want to allow you an opportunity today to let God have that anger that you've been holding on to. I want to allow you an opportunity today to not take it out on someone, to not be mad at the person who you live with, not be mad at people on your job, not kick the dog and punch the wall, not get mad at everyone and leave the church. No, I want to give you permission today to tell God how you feel. Because I believe there's some of us who are struggling in our Christian walk because we've dealt with death, we've dealt with tragedy, disease, family breakups, we've dealt with some difficult things. And because we haven't had a chance to be honest with God, we are spiraling out of control in our Christian life. We are avoiding God. We might be coming by this place, but we're avoiding God because there's a conversation that we want to and we need to have with God that we've never had in our lives. There's a conversation in our heart that we need to have with God. It says, God, I'm angry. I'm angry. Angry I lost that person. God, I'm angry. And I don't understand why you didn't stop it. Be honest with God. I'm just going to give you an assurance. The God you serve, he won't get bent out of shape. God is big enough and loving enough to allow you to have an honest conversation with him. And then to tell you like Jeremiah, there's still more life to live. There's still more life to live at the end of that honest moment. So with heads bowed and eyes closed today, I want to invite someone, because I've been praying for you this week. You know, as I think about our church family, as I think about the lives of all of us sitting here today, we've experienced the stuff that Jeremiah talks about. expectations not being met, experiencing failure, having things not work out. And we come here and we don't know what to do with it. Some of us are medicating ourselves, and some of us are keeping ourselves busy just so we don't deal with the pain. And God is saying, bring it to me. You mad at me? Come talk to me. Because I can handle it. I can handle it. I'll listen. And maybe sometimes God will not give you an answer. You're not going to get an explanation for everything. God says, I'll listen. And I'll let you know that I have not forgotten you. There's still more work to be done. So your heads are bowed, your eyes are closed. There's somebody who's saying today, I need to get honest with God. There's some stuff I need to talk to God about that I am dealing with that's difficult. I'm angry with some stuff. And the only person I know that I'm angry with, when I really trace that back, is God. And I need to talk to God about it. If you're here today, you want to be honest, I want to invite you to stand. I'm standing not because I have to. I'm standing because that's me. Saying, God, I don't know why you let that happen. God, I don't know why you didn't fix that before. God, I don't know why it worked out the way it worked out. But God, I'm just going to tell you today. In fact, I'm standing today, let you know I'm going to tell you today, and I'm going to tell you when I get home, and in my private moments, I'm going to be like Jeremiah and let you know, God, you can have this anger. Because God, you can handle it. You can handle this stuff, and no one else can. Father, you see us standing. God, you know why we're standing. For every person, you know their story. You know why they're standing. Because, God, you were there when whatever happened to them happened. God, what's so wonderful about you is that even though it was not your fault, God, you will still allow us to be honest with you when we get angry and we blame you. And God, you will work on our heart to allow healing to take place for us, just like it took place for Jeremiah. God, you'll allow us those moments when we don't know what to say, to just be honest and real with you. God, we thank you for that. God, somebody today needs to be set free from only pretending around you that everything is all right. Somebody's afraid that if they told you how they really felt about what happened in their life, God, that you would zap them out of existence. God, just assure them today your love is bigger than that. And you don't need to defend your character. That God, you're willing to allow your children to talk to you and to bring you their anger, to bring you their disappointment, to bring you their hurt. God, too many of us are walking around with